One of our brothers is asking what is happening in Dubai. What is happening in Dubai is that Nigerians have been rounded up. They have been refused visa. Their jobs have stopped. They don't have a place to live. They are living in packed rooms, like more than 20 people staying in one room. They just have bed space, barely enough to put their head down. They don't have a job. They don't know where their next meal is coming from. And the worst is they want to go home. They don't have money to go home. There is no money for transportation, because I think for flights, because they have to register or pay a fine before they are even able to leave, and they can't afford it. You know, you have to be able to work. They stop them working. So it's a dire situation if you have somebody in Dubai. And more importantly, there are people who are still heartless. Part of what we are saying are going around recruiting people to pay money that they want to take them to Dubai. If they call you for something like that, don't do that. Don't do that. So my people, have you people heard the latest? You know, I keep telling our people, I tell everybody, my team on the ground is, the grass is always where it is watered. Like this, my small garden, if I tell you this, the work I put in to have it, you know, to put all this thing inside, you know, even if I have ugu, I like to have all those things, you know, because back then in the village, we used to have small farm at the backyard. So basically when you are cooking something, if you needed pepper, you needed small ugu, you will go and take it, you know. So I feel incomplete without having it. So I always have, at least, even if it's basilicum, I have it in my kitchen, so I can just have that feeling that I'm plucking something and putting in my food, you know. So the grass is where you water it, you know. Things are hard everywhere. And this lockdown is crunching everybody. And as we are just coming out of the lockdown, enter Russia-Ukraine war. Everywhere is tense. There's no joy anywhere. Goods and services have skyrocketed. The money is the same. The price of everything is high. So a lot of things are happening. And who do you think is going to take the brunt of all these difficulties? Immigrants. People who are coming from outside, people who especially for we that we are black. So like sometimes they may look at you, they don't know who you are, but once they see a black man, a black woman, a black child, you are always, you know, your foreignness, your differenceness is a stamp on you, always. That's what I tell our people. And now, I don't know any of you remember one video that was trending last year. These people, they went to Dubai and they were doing courtesan. Like Dubai opened up and everybody was coming in. Everybody, UAE, the same people that are afraid of Islamization, Fulanization, caliphate, they will go to UAE. They opened their doors. People were going and flexing. Do you know what? Nigerians took Nigeria there. Because I tell my people, Nigeria is Nigerians. It is you that is Nigeria. You that make up Nigeria. You are the Nigeria. If people begin to be good, everybody begin to be what they want. Of course, it's idealist to think or to even say like that. Okay, bottom line, they went to Dubai now. You know? They went to Dubai and they have gone there to show their true color. Nigeria did not go to Dubai. Oh. Jibril did not go to Dubai with his left ear, in cloned ear. It is Nigerians that went to Dubai, and it is Nigerians that Dubai people experienced. Whether they are Igbo, whether they are Yoruba, whether they are Edo, these are the mainly Southerners that went to Dubai to show themselves. And now Dubai have singled them out and said, we can't have this. We don't want this. And now a lot of them are stranded. The news we are getting from Dubai now, our people are there. They don't have job. They don't have food to eat. They can't even come home. There is no money for transportation. The people are in a dilemma. And of course, there will always be a percentage of people who are upright, who don't do anything bad, who follow the rules. But the majority is going to be like that one finger that will go and dip the hand inside, the finger inside the oil, and it will stain the whole hand. And this is the situation we are seeing today. How can it be that we are not the only people that immigrate? We have Indians that immigrate. When Indians immigrate, they form an Indian community. That Indian community will become like a hub. When Chinese people immigrate, Chinese people will form communities, and that community will be like a hub. When Chinese people are coming into that place, they don't need to look for a job again. Oh, they will just go into their community. They will get job among themselves. They will process. They will just be living their life in their own community. You understand me? Like everywhere they go, if you go to England, you will see those Indians. You will see Turkish communities. They have, like here in this Germany, we have a lot of Turkish people. They have their Turkish community. When they are coming, they are not going to be going to Germany to look for work. The first generation that came, they worked hard. They put their children through school. Those ones went into different professions. They became doctors. They became nurses. They became educationalists. They became all these things. So all those organizations that Germans have, they have it. They have their own doctor practice. They have even they have their own old people's home, where there are aged people that don't want to go back to Turkey will go and stay and be taken care of by their Turkish sisters, and they speak Turkish to them. They will eat Turkish food. Like they just like having a parallel society, doing their own things. You see, but the problem we don't have, because we don't have the understanding, and nobody taught us. So we thought that if we come, we just, break the bank, break the law, hit and run, and go and do big things and answer big names. You understand? And then we forget about tomorrow. We forget that when you do all those things, you can still live there, because the thing you are doing is not for building the place up so that people can actually live there. You are just doing something for your personal, your own mansion, your own shop, your own hotel. You understand? It's not about doing something for the community where everybody will begin to thrive. The place will begin to blossom. Even this thing that our people are putting their hand, they don't manufacture it. But the way the news is going everywhere, like Nigerians and this thing, I don't want to call the name, you know this thing that everywhere you look in the news is only in the Bondibo's life. You would think that they are manufacturing that thing. No. The places that they are manufacturing this, the people that started, our people are just like middlemen, like, can't take, like people where they send message inside this thing, where the factory did, they don't know. Many of the processes involved, they are not involved. Now just, I have a story. Like there was one time when I came newly. That time they don't have we don't have smartphone and all these things. So normally you use coins. You go to a phone booth, you put it inside, and then you call Nigeria. So it happened that one time, I used to see all these Turkish people. They will go into a booth, and they'll just make telephone relax. Unlike us at that time, when we put 20 cents, we just quickly say what you want to say. You don't want it to exceed maybe €1 or €2. Then you finish what you want to say and you come out. You see, my people. One time, so all of a sudden, and I saw that our people were just lining up on one booth. There were other booths free, but for some reason everybody was just lining up on that very one. And so and when they go, they will be talking, hey, how are you doing? Like it was unusual, the kind of conversation people didn't have on telephone. And so there was a lot of crowd, and all the other side was free. So what happened? It happened that a Turkish guy that was using that thing gave a Nigerian the tip, say, guy, I don't know, colleague, la 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 la. So that one I said, That was how that one now enter. I begin to say, guy, what they do inside there? You know, yeah, na free or come call. Everybody call. Yeah, oh, they say our phone book don't spoil for yeah. Everybody can't talk. You want me call? Oh yeah, that call where you want call. Now so everybody line up. Hey, you there market? Because you don't do now. Come on for the police was not looking. What is going? What is going on here? Like even people who didn't want to call just because they say so now this thing talk is these people they're too much. I bet can't call. Everybody call they go mama and to be see get him dig kwano umoge kwano. You don't greet rich. Oh yeah, come on. So at the time, police has to now come in and say stop. Now police now say stop everything. Say everybody, you know, condone that area. That what is going on here? You know. So when I see when I see our people appearing everywhere, like when they are talking about this Yahoo internet for, do you think they started it? Do you think they are the ones doing it? The real bots, the people that are doing the software, that are really doing the thing. It's not our people. You understand? If you see this ntonto that they are using to put them in jail everywhere, you would think the thing is they are manufactured. They are not manufactured. They don't even know the origin of it. You know? But at the end of the day, that is what they will be known for. The initial people that started that thing, for example, the Italians, when they got to the US, they were doing all those things, you know, but they use it to build up their community. If you go to Italian community in the US now, you know, it's an established community. If you're a new immigrant from Italian origin, you can just immerse yourself there. If you go to many towns in America, you have Chinatown. Here, even in this Germany, they have a Chinatown. There's nowhere, once they come, they settle in, they will slug it out, you know, doing the thing that they are doing, building their community. New people will be coming, they will go into that community. And if somebody does a job for you, pay. Do you know when I was doing student job here, if you go to an African shop, our people go and work for them as a student, they will never pay you your salary. You will be working for them, at the end of the month, they will not pay you. The same thing that other communities are doing are helping themselves. They can't do it. And if they want to pay you, they will pay you like a quarter, a half, and they will pay you you will work like 2 months, they will pay you like half month, because they know you can't go and complain to the government that they are owing you. But this is what the rest of the community is using to build themselves up. So they train their people, they have this instituted offices, and then when their people come, for example, you want to do internship, you don't have to be going and looking for German office to go and German company. They have it. You will go there and you will do it, and you will get your certificate. You will start. So this is my pain when I see what is going on, that we didn't understand. We had this decade from the time the war ended till now. Our people had access to travel. The people who went before, they were just stumbling block. They just become stumbling block, swallow the people that are coming, you know, swallow the people that are coming up. They just want to show. The only thing that gives our people joy is I'm bigger than you, I'm better than you. Anything that makes me better than you. My house is big. If they come into your house, they are looking at your chair, they are looking at your shelf, they are looking at your curtain, they are just assessing you, assessing what you have. No humanity, no compassion. We are just slow. And at the end of the day, we become each other's enemy. We can't even relate to one another. We can, like Igbo even used to have some Igbo meeting and Igbo gathering. Now what happened? This Ekperima bring IPOB and spoil it. Now it's IPOB or anti-Igbo, anti-IPOB, enmity everywhere. No love, no joy. The same thing. And what are we seeing? The men are fighting the women. Single mother, single father everywhere. Children are growing up without parents together. Not even that the parents are not together, that the parents are not even having any relationship. Something that we came and met. You understand? So Look at what is going on in Dubai. Dubai is flourishing. And as I'm talking to you, Chinese communities in Dubai, they are still flourishing. German community in Dubai, they are still flourishing. Every other community are flourishing. Our people will just go anywhere and turn it to a crime scene. We just go into anywhere and it becomes a crime scene. You know the thief, but if you pass, something go lost. You know be thief, once you pass, they look for something. That is what we have made ourselves. And at the end of the day, everybody will not be a suspect. If you are traveling with a Nigerian name, the way they will be searching you, they don't want to know whether you carry baby, or they don't know whether you are 9 months pregnant, they don't know whether you are old, or the way they will search you. So, is it not obvious? You go to Dubai, all of a sudden you are a target. They traffic their women, their own women. You can't even learn from Arab men that you are looking at. Their women is like the sky you are seeing. You can only see it, but you can never touch their women. You can't even use that one and know that you're supposed to protect your women and your children. Instead, you will come and traffic your women and do anyhow with them. Who is going to save Nigeria? How? When the people don't have any core value, when the only value is bring, and the problem will not be what they want to use it to. Where cheating and duping is attributed to being smart and sharp, how can the society be good? Everywhere you enter, if they tell you now that this place is good, once they enter there, like boom, it will be like pests. It will be like pests have entered. Like when we were small, there's one this thing that used to invade, lava. They call it igu in my village at that time. The thing would just come like the boom like this. If I don't know, I think the villagers devised a way of pest control that they've started eating that thing. And so once we come back from school, our duty is to take a tin, put oil around it, and we'll be going into we'll be picking it, some buckets will be bringing it, and then they will roast it and preserve it. They will not be using it to cook soup. They will not be using it to be cooking soup and eating it. You understand me? So at the end of the day, what value have we brought? You come, they open the door to you, you become a pest that they have to find a way to rein you in to avoid community damage, destruction, because they can't allow you to be on the loose. People in South Asia, they didn't know who we were. It was the Westerners that made all these ideologies about black people. Black is evil. Black people in the East, they didn't know us. They didn't understand anything. They don't have that ideology. And they opened their door to us to come. Malaysia made it free education. People could come. What do? We went there like ego. Boom. Invade that place, and then they will say, what do you do when, for example, mosquito invade your room? You look for shelters, fear, because you have to rein it in. This is what they have done themselves. I saw the video last year. Can you believe these people went to form cults? And they were attacking each other. And they thought it was Nigeria where you go and do anything you want to do. You go home. Once you escape, you are more or less free. Once you escape from the scene of that incident, you went to kill, you went to cut, you come back and be telling tale and pointing finger. All that. They thought they don't know that these people, they have camera everywhere. They are working with intelligence. Even how they entered the lift, or how they come out, or how they did the attack, everything was like, there was no denial. They caught them, killed people, spilling blood, doing cultism, prostituting your own women, Every time they will go and bust one place, they are holding women ransom, holding women, forcing them to do sex slavery. Your own women, you go to Nigeria and you lie to your people that you want to go and give their daughters job. You take your own women, you will go and abuse them in faraway land. And you want people to see you as human being and respect you. Whereas you are seeing rara people, you can't even come near their daughters, talk less of their wife. Who will give you access? If you come near their daughter, you are a dead man. Anybody can attest it. You don't come near their women anyhow. So what we are seeing is a failure, a complete failure of value system. No value system. There was one video I saw. This one, there were even Yoruba men. They also trafficked somebody that is from Yoruba and brought her to Dubai, and they were beating her in Dubai. So at the end of the day, who is going to respect characters like that? Think about it. Think about it. That you come into a place, you will just, there are some people, they will give them a job now, today. That at the end of that day, they will commit a crime in that place of job. They will steal money. Sometimes just give them a month. They will steal, and they will run back to Nigeria. And there was the one that was trending. There was one that was trending last year. They I think, or 2 years ago. This group of Nigerians, they got visa to go to Dubai, and on arrival, they went and robbed the bank within 24 hours of arriving in Dubai. Have you seen that kind of a thing? They just, straight from the airport, they already planned the whole thing, blah, blah, blah. Within 24 hours that they arrived, the thing was amazing to Dubai people. Like, what is going on? So we have a lot of our people that are doing very well, but we still have many of our people that are not doing very well. And at the end of the day, you know, like, they rob it all across. Because who has the patience to be filtering whether you are the good one or the bad one? You know, they just rob everybody the same. They make people who are, you know, you just go and do anything. Do you know that when we were small, you know, back then, there were people that went to Belgium, Europe at that time. So they will go and rent a car from car renters. Then as they just go carry the car, you know, they'll just go like, say, the motor don't lost, so they'll come go ride something. Before you know, they'll go do shipping gas, and you know their runs that time. At that time, you were seeing, new car, they were bringing it out, okay, Belgium, this one, Belgium, the thing was really, say, Obugozu, hey, if you come 2 decades, or 3 decades. That was how we'll be looking, we're wondering, say, now, wow, you know. Imagine if those people that went to Belgium that time didn't embark on those things and try to form a community there. You know, that community will be like a resource for the Igbo young people that are coming up now. And so if you want to go there and study, you will see they will have avenue for you, like the monetary requirements that they need for your school fees and all those things. They will be able to meet it, and then you will come and add value. If you want, you go back. If you want, you stay there and thrive. This is how people grow. Communities are growing, and they have things together. They teach. They have organization. They teach their children. They form that kind of bond. And they become a means of livelihood and a resource for the people at home. You understand? For example, Jewish community, everywhere they go, they have their community tight-knit. Their money doesn't even leave their community. If you need a carpenter, they will look for a Jewish carpenter. If they want a they want a pharmacy, there's a Jewish pharmacist. If they want painter, there's a Jewish painter. If they want to buy food, there's a Jewish grocery. There's a Jewish open market. The money will just be rotating among themselves there. You know? But our own, we don't have. We're only looking for money to go and impress. Money to go and oppress. You know? We don't even have any ideology, no value system, nothing. The thing is affecting all of us. Even me that I'm talking. It's affecting all of us, because upon what will you stand? There's nothing for you to stand. We are the only people that are depending on other communities for everything. We are depending on them for food. We are depending on them for association. We are depending on them for job. We are depending on them for Medicare. As big as USA is, as many Igbo doctors, as many Igbo health practitioners, there is no Igbo clinic. There is no Nigerian hospital. Not only Igbos are medical professionals, the whole Nigerians. Normally, it's supposed to be by now, when you come to Nigeria, when you come to the US, when you come to those major cities that our people are populated, for example, Houston, they are supposed to be a Nigerian hospital. They are supposed to be Nigerian pharmacists that will be representing the interests of Nigerians. That Nigerian children wants to train as doctors, they will have a place to do residency, without stress. And they will rise in their careers within their own organization. This is how you know people that are thinking further. And they see all this lack in us. That's how they look at us. That now the one where another person cook, now we like to eat. So we are coming up now, when nobody laid the foundation, upon which are we going to start? By the time we struggle through individual struggles, we are already 50, we are tired, on our way out. And the next generation come, they start from where we stop. So now they go to Dubai, they spoil the place, instead of them to build a community, instead of them to be a hub, instead of them to show, you say you are Umu Chineke, you are the best of the world, you are the salt of the earth. You're supposed to show it in Dubai. If it was Nigeria that was limiting you, you're supposed to enter Dubai and the world will witness how salty and sweet you are. But what do we see? Nigeria never went to Dubai. It was the people that went to Dubai and showed what they are made of. So when you see news in USA, they will say, how many Nigerian scammers caught? And Nigerian this one caught. They will it will almost be rubbing off of all the good things the other ones are doing, that are slugging it out, working, doing everything. And you see all these our health professionals in America. They are nurses, they are doctors, they are physiotherapists, they are speech therapists, occupational therapy. What are they doing? They are sponsoring people that will be killing young people, whereas their patients in America are old, fragile people that they are maintaining their life so that they will reach up to 100. But they will make that money and pay it to people who are wiping away young men in their prime, young women in their prime, leaving families fatherless, without breadwinners, without role models. How do you think anything good can come from all this kind of thing? So when you see that Nigerians in Dubai and what they are passing through, is it not evidence that the problem is Nigerians? The problem is Nigerians. And the problem will be fixed by Nigerians. Because wherever they go, they show that person that they are. They show themselves. Instead of us to build communities, we are afraid of each other. We can't relate with each other. You don't know because you don't want problem. You don't want problem. You can't even allow your children to have contact with your fellow Nigerians. Because everybody is just thinking of one way, destroy. It's like there's a vampire somewhere lodged in the mind. Suck the blood, destroy. I don't understand it. Honestly, I don't understand it. Yeah, my people, it's a sad situation, and it's a testimony to what we have been saying. You know, you pack yourself and go one side, you say you are whatever you call yourself. How is it going to make any difference? Are you not the same person? You pack yourself and you go to Dubai. Dubai, a clean, beautiful Islamic country. Did Islam stop Dubai from developing? Islam did not stop Dubai from developing. Look at Dubai. Even Europeans go there to make a living. There's a German community there. It's the stepping point for many people. They have, maybe somebody has a flat, he can rent a room to somebody that is coming in to do work and travel, have some experience. Some people, they foster children, young people, teenage adolescents that want to go and experience during their school years. They will host them. They will be host family. So that person will have that exposure. They will go to, but can you do that with Nigerians? They will spoil your children, destroy their future for you. You will not have any benefit from that. But this is what people are doing all over the world. They travel. They will send their children, 13, 14, they will live with families, explore that culture, explore that place. 3 months, they will come back to their country. That is what travel is made for. Eh? Travel is not for you to go and commit crime and run with the money, and be doing boshi, and then you now start hating on your country. Nigeria is a zoo, you know, and then you even establish it before their very eye that you are an animal because you are coming from a zoo, because you are the one showing them your qualities, the qualities of animals that don't think of their actions, that don't even understand that actions have consequences, that somehow you commit all this crime and everything is normal, and then you come, you are rude, you are loud, you don't obey the law. Even traffic lights, it gives them adrenaline to run through red lights. Hey, like you can't keep the simplest rules. Okay, put your children in car seat. Simple things, simple things. They no go see us. We go run. You know, like lawlessness to the core. These people, they already arranged their country. You're supposed to come in and be a bridge. I really wish that we can start to change our ideology, and we can try to, have something we will offer to the next generation, because the struggle we are facing everywhere because of all this behavior, it's a sad reality. I remember when I was going to school, I had a friend, or we lived in the same hostel. This girl, she was from China. While we are looking for a student job, she would just, this girl, after that, if you see her laptop that she had, and there was one girl, she was a Russian girl. She plays this what they call it, I don't know what they call it, Geiger. I don't know what they call it in English now. They do it on the neck, like they'll carry the thing like this, be doing like this. Yeah. That's only what, during holiday or break, there's all this, their restaurant, she would just go there and be playing that thing. They pay her good money. But if you go to a Nigerian shop that they have African restaurants, you go and help them with all your good mind, they will not pay you shish. It will end up in fights, and at the end of the day, you will not be able to go to police safe, because they know that you are not allowed to work certain amounts of hours, and you worked it. You cannot prove, like they just exploit. The same thing government is doing. That's what they will be doing. They will not pay you salary. There was a woman, I took care of her children for 1 full month. We agreed that she will pay me 500 euros. She never paid me one dime till tomorrow. She never paid me. She paid me only 1 month. The next month, she never paid me. All my time, I will be in their house taking care of their children. They will be coming, because they are running a business. They will be coming home at about 12. Like I normally will be going home with the last train that is running on my route. Violin, thank you. I will be going home with the last train that is going from my route. Sometimes if the last bus stop, I will walk it that night. And at the end of the day, they did not pay me. They did not pay me. But my other mates, this one was, they just went to a Chinese place. They work, they pay them. They are living good in the hostel. They have a laptop, doing their things, going for shows. They had money. But we don't want to do good. We don't want to be favorable. We don't want to be law abiding. We don't want to be impressive. I don't understand. I don't understand it. Even when there's another of my friend at that time, she's also an Igbo lady. The woman she worked with, the family she worked with, they are also Igbo people. Her own, she worked like, when she tired, she left, because she was hoping they would pay her next month. They didn't pay her. Next month, she was hoping they would pay her next month. They didn't pay her. In the third month, they paid her like some €100, like, or €200, like, for the first month, and there are still 2 months in between. Like, there was no way they were ever going to pay her. So who is Nigeria? Nigeria, is it not these people that are in this Dubai committing all this crime now? Is it not them? This one say Nigeria must end next year. Okay, now no problem. Nigeria must end next year. Okay, we are looking. We are looking. If Nigeria ends, what do you have on ground? Nothing. Your states are even the worst. Your states have nothing, no road, no water. Imagine, no water system. You can't go anywhere, open tap in the whole of southeastern states. Yeah, my people, I think I've said what I needed to say.